this episode of Gulf Connoisseur, we are interviewing Harimohan Naidu, who is the chairman of Bengaluru Turf Club. Bengaluru Turf Club is one of the oldest turf clubs in India. It has its origin in early 1800s. Welcome to Gulf Connoisseur, Mr. Naidu.
Thank you.
Can you tell me something about the history of Bengaluru Turf Club, when it was started and by whom?
See, originally Bangalore, racing in Bangalore was started by the British way back in the 1800s. The Bangalore, racing in Bangalore was first conducted in a place called Agram. That is, I do not know if you know, it is somewhere near the Victoria layout. Behind Victoria layout there was a lot of army land.
Okay.
So it started, racing was started there.
Yeah.
Thereafter, I think the British, the army wanted the land for their own use.
Yeah.
So they gave us some other land to try to shift us out, which was not first of all suitable. And therefore they again reshifted us to this place where the present racecourse is. It was, those days it was known as Balyanhalli or something like that. So there in the 1800s, middle 1800s, 1860 or something like that, racing started here. And it started, we used to have 3 days of racing, 4 days of racing, something like that. And the British were only managing the whole racing. And slowly the Indians came after. Then in sometime in the 1900s, I think 1912 or 1915 or something like that, the Maharaja then told this that they given this land as a grant to the Bangalore Race Club, it was the race club, Bangalore BRC, and said that as long as racing continues, the land will vest with the racing authorities. If they, for some reason racing stops, it will revert back to the government of the then Maharaja.
How is the horse racing sport in India? Has it lost its charm over a period of time from what it used to be during the colonial days?
Racing those days was different. Racing today is a different cup of tea. I mean, yes, it had those days the type of owners that used to participate in races were all the Nawabs and the Maharajas and the British viceroys and all those things. Those are the type of people who used to participate in the races. I think this Mark Cubbon, who was the British local representative in Karnataka, in then Mysore, was also very much involved in the racing of this thing. We had one Brigadier R.C.R. Hill, who was from the British side, who used to be, he was the chairman of, in charge of Bangalore Turf Club for nearly 20 long years. So they were very much involved in it.
Yeah.
The type of owners those days was all royal aristocratic owners who used to be there.
Yeah.
And big industrial houses,
Yeah.
like the cut house, like the Goenkas, and all of them were involved in this.
Yeah.
Today the type of owners are, it's a different cup of tea altogether.
Yeah.
The type of owners are, it's got diluted.
Okay.
Today we have from different walks of life, we have got owners who are coming.
How do you compare the quality of races in India and in comparison with the international standards?
The quality of horses which race abroad in America, in London, in England and Australia and all, the quality of horses is far superior. We can't compete. Our horses are not come up to that standard still.
Yeah.
The breeding here, the breeding industry here has to still evolve to come up to those standards. Because again, cost, you see, the cost of a horse, if it is beautifully bred in the world, in America or England and all that, is cost is prohibitive for our Indian owners to buy it. Maybe 1 or 2 people might be able to afford it.
Yeah.
But by and large, I would personally feel that the quality of horses is one step lower in India than in the world.
When you say the quality is lower, is it you're talking of the thoroughbred part or the type of
we also with the type of breeding again.
Yeah.
We also do in many of the stud farms in India import their stallions.
Yeah.
They're all imported stallions.
Yeah.
But they are then again covered by Indian mares.
Yeah.
So there is a slight mismatch there as far as I am concerned.
Yeah.
For us to compete with, because it's very difficult, very few horses bred in India
Yeah.
have competed outside in the outside world. They have, but
Yeah.
far and few apart.
Yeah.
Now that you brought up the subject, many of the race courses they run anti-clockwise.
Oh, okay.
See, in India we run clockwise.
Yeah.
The horses run clockwise.
Yeah.
In many of the race courses they run anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
So for an Indian horse to get used to running anti-clockwise, it takes some time.
Okay.
But still, even with that handicap, our horses, few of our horses have done quite well.
Okay.
Maybe at least a dozen horses have gone abroad and they have won some stake money and come.
Okay.
Indirectly and indirectly, a lot of jobs are created. But again, it's relative.
Yeah.
If you say a lot of jobs, it's relative.
Yeah.
Now, the racing industry, there are a lot of arms to the racing industry.
Yeah.
You have racing per se in a race course which employs sizes and other thing. In BTC itself, we employ nearly about 600, altogether about 700-800 people in the stable area except sizes, farriers, jamedars, etc. etc.
Yeah.
Then you have, if you come to the Tough Club side itself,
Yeah.
you have, for the tote operators, we have nearly about 900 to 1,000 people working in the tote side,
Yeah.
betting, which looks after the betting angle.
Yeah.
Plus you have our own staff and all those
Yeah.
things. So I would say in the race course itself, there are more than about 50, directly we are employing about 15 to 1,600 people, if not a little more than that, around that same.
Yeah.
Plus the other industries that ancillary to that, the breeding industry, a lot of people are employed.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to see the people who grow the oats for this thing,
Yeah.
then there is the grass, hay which comes. So a lot of inputs are there. So from every angle, if you take to see,
Yeah.
I am sure that the number of people who are directly and indirectly connected with racing is quite substantial.
Thanks.
The major perception of many governments is that racing is a gambling sport.
Yeah.
Though that is not true now. You see,
So also cricket, isn't it? There is more betting
No,
going on.
cricket is illegal betting.
Illegal. Yeah.
Illegal betting. Whereas in racing, betting is legalized.
Yeah.
So that's why they think that people come to the race course only to gamble.
Yeah.
But if you go to see, the Supreme Court has held that racing is a sport.
Yeah.
It's a game of sport.
Yeah.
Because in one case where Dr. Ramaswamy fought in the Supreme Court in Madras Race Club,
Yeah.
the Supreme Court declared it as a race, it's a sport.
Okay. In what way do you think that the government would be able to encourage this sport?
See, basically they have to look at it in the taxation angle.
Yeah.
Because we pay a lot of money to the government by way of taxes.
Yeah.
So if they are able to encourage, they want to encourage for this thing, they should give us some sort of benefits as far as taxation and other incentives are concerned,
Yeah.
which will help us grow, the industry grow.
Ah, okay.
Now we are facing a major problem with our GST.
Yeah.
GST has become a major issue.
Yeah.
As far as the racing industry is concerned.
Yeah.
They have put us under the highest bracket, 28%.
Okay.
So,
And before, how much was it?
Bangalore was fortunate enough, the government of Karnataka was that way very liberal as far as BTC was concerned, and they were charging us only 8% on our turnover.
Oh.
Basically, our revenue comes only from the totalizers.
Yeah.
Totalizers is when the people go and bet in the machines.
Yeah.
So if they bet 100 rupees
Yeah.
in the machine, if any punter goes and bets 100 or 1,000,
Yeah.
the whole money is pooled
Yeah.
into the tote.
Yeah.
And then that is divided to the number of winning tickets.
Yeah.
But when we give the payout,
Yeah.
we deduct our commission, club commission and the government commission.
Yeah.
So if we, for example, like earlier days, 8%, plus we were keeping about 4 to 5%.
Yeah.
About 12 to 13% was our deduction.
Yeah.
So if from 100 rupees, if you deduct 13%, it's 87%
Yeah.
was given back to the punter.
Yeah.
So that 4% is our revenue.
Yeah. Okay.
See, normally we have two seasons in Bangalore. Bangalore, we have two seasons. One is the summer season, which starts around about the middle of May and goes on till first week of August.
Right.
And during that season, we have about 24 to 26 days of racing, depending on that.
Right.
On an average, we have 7 races, 7 to sometimes 8, sometimes 7 races per day.
Yeah.
And average of about 10 runners, you can say 8 to 10 runners, or sometimes 12 runners per race.
Yeah.
The main races are the Derby, Maharaja's Cup.
Yeah.
You have the Colts Stakes and the Philly Stakes.
Yeah.
These are the 4 major races.
Right.
Plus you have a number of other graded races,
Right.
like the Rajyotsava Cup, and we have so many other cups we give out.
Yeah.
There are quite a few stud farms in and around the country.
Yeah.
Many of the stud farms are located in Punjab area, Delhi area, and in Maharashtra, Pune area.
Right.
We have some very good stud farms in that area. One is the Poonawalla stud farm in Pune, which belongs to the Poonawalla family.
Yeah.
Then you have the Usha stud farm, which was started by Major Mehra, and now his daughter Mamita Mehra is looking after the stud farm.
Yeah.
And you have in Pune itself the Ranoli stud farm, which is looked after, which is owned by one Mr. Danji Boy, who is the present chairman of Bombay RWT, the Royal Western India Turf Club. You have a number of stud farms in that Punjab area and all those things.
Yeah.
And in Karnataka, we have one big stud farm, which is the Kunigal stud farm, which is now presently being run by URBB, United Racing and Bloodstock Breeding or something, which is basically Malaya's outfit.
Yeah.
Though he is not, I was told that he has nothing to do with it now, but still it goes under the name of URBB. Most of the stallions are imported. 99%, 99.9% of the stallions are imported.
From which country?
Various countries, America, England, Ireland, wherever France, wherever there you get good stallions from. They are imported and they are kept for breeding purposes. So they cover the local mares, and sometimes people got abroad horses from abroad. They buy the horse directly from abroad, and they come and rear it here and race it here. So it's a combination of both, but 99% of the horses are bred in this country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Naidu. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.